Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome in. I was just sitting up here talking, thinking I was live, and I wasn't. But hello, hello. How's everybody today on this beautiful Monday here in North Carolina? Hey, Gail. Hey, Stacy. Hey, Up Designs. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Angie. Hey, D. Smith. Welcome in, everybody. So, as you can tell, I have a special announcement for my thumbnail, but I'm going to do my little project first, and then I will get into the announcement. Hey, Sean, welcome in. Hello to everybody in the bushes. So I did pin the free pattern, I think, up in the comments, and it's also in the description. Hey, Renee. Hey, Rosalind. Welcome in. But I did get some happy mail. So I will show that first. So here's the first item that I received. It's canvas, a piece of canvas with some cows on it. Can everybody see that? And I think it's 18 by 18. So that's my first piece of happy mail that I got, which I can't wait to make something with that. I just don't know what. Also, I got me some cow fabric that I got from my happy mail. Y'all know me, my cows, right? And guess what? I got 2 of these, and we're using one today for our pattern. And it's right here. Look, isn't it so cute? But yep. Also, I've got something else, and y'all, oh my gosh, I absolutely love this. Hey, everybody, welcome in. I'm sorry, give me just a minute. My daughter has been sick and trying to make sure she's okay. So I apologize. Hey, Sylvia. Okay. So I apologize. So y'all, oh my gosh, y'all ready for this? Oh, I can't help it. So this little creature, oh, I love it, y'all. Ready? Look how cute this is. It's a soap dispenser. Is that not cute, y'all? Look at the little behind. Look at its little stubby tail. Oh, I'm in heaven, y'all. And so this works perfectly. As you can see, it's got like a little diamond, but it is cute. So y'all know these Bath and Body Works soaps? This fits in that perfect. So all you got to do is just slide it in there, and look, you have a soap dispenser. Isn't it cute? Oh my gosh, I love this. I love it. And I just put my daughter's soap in here for the time being, but she's not getting my cow, of course. But yeah, so that's my happy mail that I received. Oh, Rosalind, you can't have my cow. I'm sorry, I'll fight you for my cow. But isn't he so cute? I love it. So I did get a couple of other things, but I will wait and show y'all those later on, okay? Yeah, their lotion may work also, but this is their foaming hand soap. So yeah. And all you people that's got 3D printers, I'm sure this pattern is out there somewhere, but oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so yeah, I know every little bit I'm too old and tired to fight, so I just admire. Okay, Rosalind. So here's the pattern. And I laminated mine. You cut one of these for your straps, and then you cut two of these on the folding line. And okay, so I just laminated mine. But once you get them cut out, they'll look like this. You open them up. So there's one, and there's two. And then here's my strap part. And I went ahead and just folded it in half, and then I ironed it together, put the two edges inside, and then folded it again. So I went ahead and did that. So, but yeah, there's my strap. That is cute fabric, isn't it, Miss Linda? My Highland cows. All right, so the first thing is we are going to do is come over here to the sewing machine. I'll try to slide it so y'all can see. Can y'all see that pretty good? And this is real easy to do. You just got to have patience, and I hope I have the patience to do it, because I tried one yesterday, Saturday, and it was getting to me. I'm gonna be honest, but hey, that's okay. We'll get through it together. Yes, if you've not hit the thumbs up button, please do. I greatly appreciate it. So, the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to put these face down, just like that. So it should be like this. Right sides of the fabric together. And you would know, like, here's your top, the little curved part. And I did iron it. You may not think so, but I did iron it. I promise I did. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, like, I can see the center of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, and I forgot to get pins, but you're going to place this in the middle, about like that. And then you would put pins on each side to hold it. And let me do that. Let me get those real quick. I'm sorry, I'm not prepared. I thought I was prepared. Hey, Jesse. Hey, everybody. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my little pin, and I'm just going to pin it. And you want to make sure these are even. So I'm just going to pin it right here to let me know, like, where the center is going to be at. or how far you need to. And you know, when you're on live, nothing goes like you want it to, right? So I've got one there, and then I'm just going to add another one, and I'll show you in just a minute, because I'm sure some of you may not be able to see. But it just holds it in place, so it gives you an idea, you know, where you're. So if I would move that, then I just have my little pins right there. So now what I'm going to do is, and I probably need my ruler wherever it's at. I'll use this one to make my mark. But you're going to sew. You're going to leave an inch on each side. So I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to mark an inch right there. And then I'm going to go down here and I'm going to do the exact same thing. So I know not to sew in or to stop before I get there. Okay, so we got that, right? Anybody sewing along with me? If so, I'll slow down if I need to. All right, so I'm going to start sewing from this little mark all the way to here. And when I stop here, I'm going to leave this little gap open, okay? Because that's where our handle is going to be. And then I'm going to start back on this side and sew to right here, okay? And then when I get at the bottom, I'm going to sew the whole thing, okay? Hey, Spilling Diversity. Welcome in, everybody. So let's go to the little sewing machine. And I'm just going to put my, it says 1/2 inch, but I think that's a lot. So I'm just going to do it like right at the maybe edge of my fabric, maybe just a little bit. But I'm going to put my needle down. And I'm going to back tack. Okay. So just nice and slow. And then when I get up here to my little pin, I'm going to go a little bit. And then I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to cut it. And then I'm going to skip over here to this one. And I'm going to start again. And I'll show you. And I'm just going to sew until I get to this little mark right here. Once I get there, I'm going to back tack it. And then I'm going to snip it. So let me clip my strings. So this is what you should have at the top. You should have it sewed. Okay, so then I can take my pins out because I don't need those no more, since I know where my hole is going to go, or my little attachment's going to go. So I'm going to do the same thing for the bottom, but I'm going to sew straight across. Okay. So I'm going to find my little mark and put my needle down. I'm going to back tack, and I'm just going to sew all the way over to the other mark. Okay, so then I'm going to clip it on both ends. I don't want to cut my fabric by no means. So this is what you got so far. Okay. So now we're going to flip this inside out so we can see the right side of the fabric. So just slowly turn it with your hands, or if you have a tool, you can use it. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. If I missed you, I'm sorry, but welcome in. And this won't take you that long. You could do your handle also where you just sew it and then flip it. But I did that the first time. And y'all, it took me forever because I didn't have one of those, what do you call them? Tubes or sticks or something where you can turn it inside out. And it took me forever. So get it nice and pretty. So it should look like this after you're done. Okay. So the next thing, I need to turn on my iron, my little iron. And we are going to, I'm going to slide this back. We're going to iron it down. Okay. Y'all know me, I hate iron, so make sure y'all get a good look. Because if I don't have to iron it, I ain't going to, but I need to this time. And so at the top, you're just going to make sure your little edges are creased too when we iron them. Hey, everybody coming in. Welcome in. So I'm just ironing my little coffee cup, hot chocolate, whatever holder you want to call it. I'm just, like I said, ironing it down. And for some reason, this one looks a little, there we go, because I had too much in. I was about to say it looks awful narrow, but it makes sense now why it does. Because I had too much folded. Okay. And I already ironed my handle so I can get rid of this. Okay, so once you're done, it'll be nice and pretty and ironed. Okay, so this part is what I struggle with, but we're going to do it today. Okay, got this. So now you want to take your ends. I want to fold mine like this. Okay. And I'll have to adjust mine because obviously mine. So I'm going to fold it this way. And I'm going to take this end and this end. And I'm going to put them together. And then I'm going to sew right down and make a seam. Okay. So I got like that, and I'm just taking the other two and I'm gonna push it. So I'm gonna sew right down this, okay? So I'm just gonna put it down, put my needle down, and I'm gonna back tack. Make sure I get it all. Okay, so then I'm gonna clip that and clip it. So you have like this. So it should look like this now, okay? So then I'm going to fold my seams back down like that, okay? And you can press it, but I'm not going to press it. So now what we got to do is we've got to turn this inside, okay? So right here's, and we've got to fold this. So it's like a little taco. This is the part that I struggle. Take that back. So now we've got to fold this like this. Sorry, my flap's open. Turn it over and fold it into like a little taco. So where you have your two on the end. So it looks like a little taco. And we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to take them both ends and we're going to sew it together, okay? And this is the hardest part of it all, is to make sure you get all of that together. But once you get it, it's not that bad. And like I said, y'all, I struggled with this. So, but some of y'all are a lot more advanced than me. I'm just going to line it up. And I'm going to start it, and then I'm going to back tack. And bring this over a little bit. Make sure you don't sew your fingers. Okay. So then you look like that, okay? Everybody with me so far? So then you're going to pull this out. Just like that. Okay. So as you can see, we have a hole down here at the bottom, and we're just going to fold that and sew it. And then we have a hole here, and then we have a hole right here. Okay, so that's where our straps is going to go. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take the sewing machine and I'm going to sew the bottom and make it like a little top stitch. Okay. So I'm just going to turn it like this, and then I'm going to take my sewing machine and I'm just going to put it right here where my little hole is on the bottom. And I'm just going to do like a little simple top stitch around it. So I close the hole. Yes, it's a, I'll have to look It's one of those, I know one of those Starbucks reusable cups. It will fit that. I'm sure it'll fit other ones. I just not tried it. Okay, so I'm going to back tack as I go. But you want to make sure you get your hole shut and just sew around it. And I'm sorry if y'all can't see. Well, we're just going to sew around it until we get back to the other side. Okay. So once we did that, we'll clip it. So it looks like that so far. It's not perfect, but hey, it works, you know. So now we're going to take our little handle and I'm going to stick one right here in this hole. You know, just a good bit. I mean, it don't have to be all the way. And then I'm going to stick, oh, you know what? Actually, before we do that, let's sew this so it won't come open. That's what we need to do first. I was getting ready to say, I was like, wait a second, something ain't right. Like, because it shouldn't be opening like that too easy. So let's sew it down. And I'm probably going to just do the one side. I may do the second side, but we'll see. So I'm just going to... And of course, we got it stuck, so, you know, we have to clip it and make sure everything's good down here. All right, let's try this again, y'all. Take number 2. Okay. I'm just going to sew it. My tension's messing up, of course. I'm just sewing it up. I'm going to back tacking it. So I'm just going to do this one side for me. You can do both sides if you would like, but for me, I'm just going to do the one side, okay? So now, let's see how it's sticking out a little bit. You can just make sure you tuck it in. So now, let's stick our little handle in there on that side. And if you want to pin it, you can. If you don't, you don't have to. I am just for the simple fact I can get the other one to go in its little slot. So then I'm going to take this one where our little hole is right here. And I'm going to stick it down that way too. But you want to make sure it's not wrinkled or twisted. So I'm just going to stick this in there a little bit. If it will cooperate with me. Okay, and then you can put a pin on it if you want to also. But like I said, you don't have to. And since I've got this one pin, I'm not going to. All right, so now I'm just going to do a top stitch around the top of it, okay? So it holds my straps in. So I'm going to take it over here. I'm going to put my strap just like this. And I know y'all may not can see it, and I apologize, but it's just going to be a simple little top stitch all the way around, okay? And make sure you back tack whenever you get started, because you don't want it to fall out. And then just slowly go around the edge of it. And hope I don't forget to take my pin out. Like I need to take it out right now. So you just keep it going around it slowly. And I kind of get it out of the way. To make sure I don't hit nothing. And then I'm going to go ahead and clip this part. And then we're coming back around to it. And then just pull it out. Clip your little strings that you have. So when you get done, it should look like this. Super cute. So now let me go get a cup and show you. Okay, so if y'all know me, I love Starbucks. Okay, so each year, if you buy a coffee or certain drink, then they give you one of these that you can reuse, and you get like, I think 10 cents off. Okay. Also, here is their 30-ounce cup. This is I think this is a 22-ounce. No. It's not it's a 16-ounce cup. This is a 16-ounce cup. This is a 30-ounce cup. Okay. So what you do is you just take it like this and you set your cup up in there and it like that. Okay. And carry it. With a 30-ounce, it don't go up as far, but you still can carry it. Okay. Hello, everybody. So this is a 16-ounce and this is a 30-ounce. I'm sure it will hold a 12-ounce also. So yeah. But that's our little project for today. I thought this was so stinking cute. I had a friend email me this pattern, and I was like, that's a cute little idea. I was like, I need to make that on my live today. So I did. So there's that one. Does anybody have any questions on how I did it? I hope some of y'all will try it because it's really easy to make. And there's no excuse because the pattern is linked in the description. And also, I think I pinned it at the top. Okay. So there's no excuse. You can say, well, I don't have the pattern because I gave you the pattern. Okay. So Now, what everybody's been waiting for, right? The big announcement. Who's excited? Thank you. If you're ready for the special announcement, put a heart, put a green heart in the comments so I can see. While y'all are doing that, I'm gonna put my sewing machine away, okay? Get it out of the way. Because that's one less thing I don't need. Look at the green hearts. Yay. So exciting. So exciting. Turn y'all to the side for a minute. So y'all can look at me this way. Okay. So my special announcement is, drum roll please. I got an embroidery machine. Yay! But I have to tell you the story behind it. Okay? And y'all bear with me. I'm not going to cry. Okay? I'm not going to cry. So, y'all know how I have been wanting a embroidery machine for a while. And I've had so many people reach out and help me sell pins and this and that. I am just so thankful. So, sewing machine or embroidery machines are expensive, right? So I wanted a 6x10. Sometimes in life, we don't get what we want. Hey, so be it. So, sorry, y'all. I had this wonderful woman who reached out to me and said, "Hey, Miss Kelly, I have an embroidery machine that I do not use. I would like to give it to you as a gift." Y'all, I'm telling you, God is awesome. Because, I never thought that I would get an embroidery machine for probably the rest of this year because they're so expensive. But when this woman reached out to me and said, "Hey, I want to give you this," y'all, I was so speechless, very speechless. Okay. So I paid for the shipping. Absolutely. I paid for the shipping because that's the least I could do. This woman was gracious enough to give me a machine. So I want to thank the lady, Miss Veronica with Sew Philly Creations, for giving me an embroidery machine. Y'all just do not know how grateful I am. I am so grateful. And if it was not for her, I would not be here with an embroidery machine. So thank you, Miss Veronica. Thank you. So, I didn't do too bad, did I? Told myself I wasn't going to cry, but anyway. So, do y'all want to see it now? It's a 4x4, but hey, we still can do a lot with a 4x4. Because let me tell you, I got it, it'll be 2 weeks Wednesday. And y'all, when I tell you, I started practicing, I started playing around with it and practicing it. And I'll show you. So, I got the PE 550D. And it has Disney. Okay? So I'm going to turn y'all around so y'all can maybe see it. So it's the Brother PE 550D. And it's got the Disneys. Okay? So we're going to turn it on. And then we're just going to press this. And it's going to tell me it's going to move. And y'all, look at all this stuff. So it comes with all that, okay? And I have downloaded a couple things. But look at all these Disney stuff. There's Mickey Mouse, Mickey and Minnie, Cinderella, Alice in Wonderland, Cars, Winnie the Pooh. So if you go and click on Disney, you've got Mickey Mouse, Minnie, the full Mickey, Minnie, Daisy, Donald Duck. You got all these, 3 or 4 pages. And then you've got this with different colors. I mean, there is just so much that I have learned and that I am going to be doing. So, I still need a couple things, but hey, that's okay. So, now, as I was saying, my other Happy Mail that I got was also, I got some scissors to use, and these, and then these little snips. So yes, so I ordered some stabilizer, and it was delivered by my wonderful Amazon, because y'all know I love Amazon, right? So it was delivered while I was live. So yeah, so I got that. But I want to show y'all some things that I have been doing with my embroidery machine. Okay, so when I first got it, and I did order me some hoops. So I do have a repositional hoop, and I will show you what that does, because I've done 2 things with it. So when I got my embroidery machine, the first thing that I did was I messed with the fonts that came with it. And so I took this block that I did, and look, y'all. See, I've just been playing around with the different fonts. K, and then there's my initials, and then I just did a W, and then this S. Just messing around with it, just playing. Okay, so then the second thing was, let's try something different. So it's a single machine. And so the first thing that I did was I just did my kids' school initials. I did it in that font, and then I did it in this font. Well, then I got brave and I said, let's do something where you have to change threads. So I think I had to change it 5 different colors. So if you can see that little in the middle, the purple, the green, the yellow, the orange, and the blue, that came on the machine. So I did that. And it's wasn't that hard to change, really. So then I was like, let's try some applique. Yeah, this is before I had my scissors. And people who embroider, you're going to know, right? So this is the first one I did. But you see how good it's not? Because you can see the fabric. Well, that's before I had my scissors. So then I went ahead and I was like, now that I got some scissors, let's try it. So this one looks a little better. There's that A, and there's this A with applique. Like I said, I'm just messing around with it. Then I did a Mickey. Y'all, don't laugh at my Mickey. My Mickey's really, really old because I had gray thread. But look what I did. Y'all, I am so happy that I was able to do this. I just jumped in right on it, and said, hey, I'm going for it, because if you don't play with or practice with your machines, then, how are you going to learn? So then moving on to my repositional hoop. Welcome in, anybody that's just now. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate it. I'm just so still overwhelmed. So yeah. But this is the next design that I did. And this is with my repositional hoop. And yes, I changed my thread. So with a repositional hoop, it did the SPR, and then it did a little bit of the flower. Okay, so once it does that, then you don't take it out of the hoop, but you unsnap it and put it the other hoops inside, or on the next set of hoops. Then it finished this R, the rest of the flower, the NG. So yes, so I love how that turned out. So just because you have a 4x4, it's a 4x4, but I got a repositional hoop, and so that's what I did with this. So just because you got a 4x4 don't mean you still can't make bigger things, because you can. And right here is proof. So the last thing that I did with my repositional hoop was I downloaded this file off of Creative Fabrica, and it just says cheer. And so it did the CH and this part, and then it did the rest once I moved it. But yeah. So I'm learning. Let me check, Jess. So these are the hoops that I got for mine. It's by New Brother Thread. So all I did was I looked on Amazon and I looked for mine since I have a PE 550D. So, and I got 4 hoops with it. So I've got a little one for like monograms, and then I got a 4x4, and then my repositional hoop is a let's see, it's a 4, says 4 by 6 3/4, but there's the sizes if y'all want to see. But this is my repositional hoop that I use to do the cheer and this spring. Let's see. So these are the ones that it's compatible to. The brother, it's got a bunch of brothers on there. Yes, they are awesome. So all I did was I went to Google and I searched what type of repositional hoops need for a for my PE 550D, and this popped up, and so then I went into Amazon and just typed it up. Thank you, Sean. But yes, so, and if yours is not on here, then I would just search it through Google like I did. But yeah, and it should give you, and before you purchase it, make sure your machine is on here. But yes, so I'm so excited. So that was my announcement. I hope everyone's excited just as I am. Thank you. Thank you. I am very. And if you're just coming in, my big announcement was I was blessed and gifted with an embroidery machine. It's a PE 550D. Thanks to Miss Philly Creations. She was a huge blessing to want to give this to me. So, and like I said, I did pay for the shipping, because that's the least I could do. If someone is willing to give you a machine or, wants you to have it, pay for shipping, that's the least we can do. So yes, so I'm excited to learn more about embroidery. Oh, also I did one more thing, and I messed up because, well, silly me, I'm still learning. But I have I got April's Designed by Juju, the little mini sampler quilt. And yes, I cannot do all of it. I totally get that. But the ones that I can do, I'm going to do. Okay. So I did the April one. And this is not right because I didn't put no backing on it. But this is the April one that I did in my repositional hoop. Okay. So it can be done. Okay. Yes, I can't do probably 2 or 3 of them, but I can do some of them. So the ones that I can't do, it's okay. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to make money. And I'm going to try to sell stuff. So maybe in 2 years or so, I can get me a bigger embroidery machine. But for now, this little 4x4 that I got, let me tell you, I am going to keep practicing. I'm going to keep doing stuff that I'm able to do, just like this and these and, my spring. And see, I didn't put no backing on it. I just did cutaway. But like I said, I was just practicing, So, but yeah. But you can do so many things with a 4x4 and even my repositional hoop. I'm taking baby steps. So we'll just start with there. But I can't wait to start doing some embroidery things with you guys. Let's see, did anybody have any questions? I think I seen one. Let's see, Jessie said you can resize your specs timbrance. It's how I did it. Okay, good deal. Perfect. So I encourage you, if you have a machine and it's still in a box, to open it up and to just go for it like I did. This is a used one. It's in excellent condition, y'all. Like, it don't even look like it's had many hours on it. But just jump in there. I've watched YouTube videos, learn how to things, ask questions. I know all of us are in many different groups, but I mean, just ask somebody, because there's a lot of people out there that will help you. Very. So my husband has a project for me. So he is assistant coach with golf at my kids' high school. And so golf season started. And so they have like 4 or 5 seniors on the team. So he was like, oh, so now that you got an embroidery machine, why don't you do some golf towels for us? And I was like, really? I was like, I've got to practice. So what does he do? He comes in there and he says, oh, here you go. He said, here's your golf towel you can practice on. And he gives me this. And I said, well, he's really meaning business, isn't he? So guess what I'm going to be doing? Practicing. So I got my waterable, soluble stabilizer today. It's on my front porch. So yes. So thank you everyone for coming again today. And I hope you enjoyed my little project, my little cup holder that we made. I love it because, it's got my Highland cows on it. And then for saying and letting me share my special announcement with you guys, my embroidery machine. So, yes. So, I hope y'all have a wonderful Monday, what's left. And I hope you have a wonderful week that's left. Yes, Gail, I want to try that. I seen Miss Shawn and Miss Linda do it last night, and I said, "Ooh," I said, "That's another thing that I can make with that." So I may, have to have my teachers, Miss Shawn and Miss Linda, to show me how. Cause yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm I'm the type of person who like struggles with patience, and I know you have to have them when you do embroidery. So I'm trying to get myself together. Hey, tell myself everything's not gonna be smooth first try. Trust me. I know this right here, my first application was not perfect. But anyway, I keep practicing and practicing until I got it. And look, these look 10 times better than my first one. I mean, this is the first try for my Mickey. So, and I was super pleased with how it turned out. So, I just encourage everyone to have patience and to, just relax and do your best. And if you need any help, just ask our great community of a lot of people with knowledge. I did get in Brilliance, so I'm learning with that. That's one thing I've got to learn how to do stuff, which I'm doing the little stuff, the 4x4 stuff. So, yeah. But thank you, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful week. And I'm sure I will see y'all in the YouTube streets. So we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.